Convo time. Cha. I miss my signature move, you know? Gotta do that. This is the show where we talk about anything and everything that has to do with young adults. I've got a new friend. This is Peace. Say hi, Peace.
Hi.
How you doing?
Okay.
This is Ronke. You guys know Ronke already?
Hi.
And Mandem Toby.
Hi guys.
How you doing? Guys, as it is Easter period, I am thinking we should talk about the belief system, right?
Okay.
And I say this because I remember growing up and every Sunday it was mandatory. There was no options, mandatory for me to go to church with my parents. No matter how sick I was, I could say, Daddy, I feel sick. My father would say, the church is where you will get your healing. So get up, get ready, and go to church.
So true.
But now that I'm a grown adult and I'm making my decisions myself and everything, I now realize that I'm deciding I don't want to go to church when I don't feel well, or I'm going to work instead of going to church. And it's not, obviously, when you talk about work, it's not that you choose work over church, but like the money's there, so you kind of want to be able to pay the tithes, so you decide to go to work, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But is it a thing that because our parents made us go to church, that's why we were religious, or are we truly religious ourselves? Like, what's the thing that young adults, what is it there for young adults to say, okay, I want to be religious or Christian or Muslim? What is it?
Okay. Growing up, actually, it's our parents' thing. Go to church. Go to church. But when you are getting older, you make your own personal decision.
That's true.
Okay, this is what I want. I want to go to church. Because definitely you're not going to live with your parents forever.
That's so true.
So when you finally get a little space to leave them, you're going to make that personal decision. Okay, I want to go to church. Oh, thank God I'm out of the house. I'm not going to church. So it's something you take personally. This is what I want to do. I like going to church because I just like someone to remind me. Okay, peace this. Do this. As I can't call my mom all the time, but I just enjoy it. Sunday service, I'm there. I'm hearing someone say, "Don't do this. Do this. You know, be good, be kind, be this, to that." It's just what I want to do. Something I love, and I think my parents put that in me, and I'm doing that for myself.
So you kind of go to church just for direction in life.
No, not that. It's just hearing somebody just say something good. Just normal.
I think it's the fellowshipping together, like, you know, with other people of your faith.
Yeah.
There's something about it that makes you feel empowered. I'm just ready for the week ahead.
But you guys all go to church like every Sunday.
Yeah, I go to mass
I go to church every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Not in my household. You would not miss mass.
But see, is that because you said you've never missed a church? You go to church every Sunday. Is that because that's just how you grew up? You've just gone to church every Sunday, or you've decided now that I'm going to go to? It's like, or it's just because it's a routine.
As P said, it's a personal decision. Okay, let's say, for example, when I lived in Berlin, I would travel 1 hour to the nearest Catholic church.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying you're lying. But you're so dedicated, man.
No, because I
have 1 hour just for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, the church was good. It was good, and it's a personal choice.
Yeah,
and I had other friends who, at home, they would go to church, but while they were abroad, they didn't go.
Well, I won't lie, that was me, because when I moved to France, I was in France for a year, and for the first, I think, 2-3 months, I didn't go to church. For the first month, I couldn't find. It wasn't my fault. For the first month, I didn't go because I was still trying to find my footing and everything. Then month 2, I started to look, but there was nowhere for me to go, so I would just stay at home.
A full month, you didn't find a church to go to.
For a month, I didn't look. So like, I couldn't find a church because one of the things I found out there even is a lot of people, like, when you know in Christianity they're like different. There's Catholic, there's Pentecostal.
Yeah.
So I'm Pentecostal, so I was looking for a Pentecostal church to go to. I wasn't going to go to an Anglican church or a Catholic church.
Why?
Or it wasn't like what I'm used to is what I'm used to. It wasn't how I grew up. It wasn't what I knew, and their doctrine is different as well. So I was looking for a church where I would also fit in.
But the thing was, I went there, the 1 hour parish that I used to go to, I was it's a bit too long. So then I found this church, I can't remember the name, but it was situated in a cinema. And for me, that was like fascinating.
Like, you used to pray in your house every day to go to church.
My question exactly. Did you do that?
Would you pray like?
I wouldn't lie. Not every Sunday, because there will be days where I even forget it was a Sunday.
No, because you didn't go to church for a full month.
You didn't pray.
Yeah.
So you didn't pray at all. For
Not
a
in
full
the full month. No, I did pray within. And then again, here's another way I will go within. Is it only Sundays that we're supposed to believe and go to church and stuff?
No, of course, and that's why we have weekly services. We have Tuesday, we have Thursday, we have Wednesday. Every day of the week, I'm very sure some churches hold services Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Sunday.
How many times do you go to church?
I try as much as possible to go.
But I think
Thursday,
it's more different abroad. Sorry to cut you short. I think it's more different abroad because I know when I lived in Berlin, we had the house fellowship, so you would find like a hub, a center, or like a place close by that you and your friends would go to,
and just fellowship.
Yeah, and just fellowship.
So
So it wasn't
make it
necessarily
easy.
going to the church, but it could be like let's meet up for coffee and talk about the word and.
Which is also very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're saying Christians. Toby, enlighten us, please. How I want to hear your point of view of
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
growing up.
Eyes and Toby.
Growing up, funny enough, I got to like practice both. My mom is a strong Christian and my dad is a strong Muslim. Yeah.
nice.
So if I was living with my dad, I'd go to the mosque. And if I was living with my mom, I would go to church. So for me, I just felt like it's just a place that it was just a routine. I just went because they were taking me there. I think that's why it also made an impact on me now.
Yeah, and it's sad
that I
that
find you're going.
yeah, it's sad that religion has become a routine, like to some people, which I don't think it should be.
I think it is though, because of
A
religion,
routine.
my mom and my dad could not get together.
Oh,
So I feel like it's more of just a myth. Like Africans love religion so much, but I don't think if you're not religious, you can't be successful. I feel it's just something because there's so much struggle in Africa as a whole that we need something to hold on to. Like you said, you just go to church because you feel like
not that. Of
no,
course
but
not.
I'm gonna go with your words. You said I go to church because I just need that person to tell me this.
No, I just
You
feel
can tell yourself that.
no.
I can tell you that. Would you come to my church and give me offering every Sunday?
No, I just feel I need to be somewhere where someone just gives me something different.
I'll give it to you.
I don't think you can do that, but that's my reason
Jokes about
actually.
that, yeah, but I understand where she's coming from. I think it's the average Nigerian mindset. Like there's so many churches all over Africa. Like, I want to give an example. I don't want to mention names, but there's this famous road in Lagos, like on the Lagos about the expressway. There's so many churches on that road, and there's so many accidents going on.
There's so many churches everywhere.
No, but that road, there's so many churches, and there's always accident on that road.
Wouldn't you just leave that? Wouldn't we say that's just the Niger thing, as in because that road is just dangerous?
Yeah.
Nah,
Maybe
but there's
the
lots of
government should
churches
fix the
there. Can
road.
they not fix it up?
Okay, you're saying that the churches, the pastors should come together and repair the road. Is that what you're saying?
Repair, pray, do something.
Pray on
It's just
the road.
pretty. It's pretty. You get, it's pretty.
I understand what you're
like-
saying, but you can look at it from the religious aspect of okay, why are the pastors not praying, or
Yeah,
are the pastors
like-
praying, or we can look at it as people are just silly enough to bash on each other
it's
on that
it's
particular
it's
road.
No, it's not just people are silly. I mean, everyone's silly. So you said only on that road people are silly.
Well, there are accidents all over Nigeria.
Yeah, there's
But that
Yeah.
road is famous. Don't quote me, but I'm sure.
Okay, well maybe
that
then they need
road-
to do something about it.
I just think the churches there need to be honest to people.
Okay, is it that you have a thing for churches?
I don't have anything against. I knew you were gonna say that. All that pisses gonna come on me. Like when it comes
Because-
to belief, I feel like a lot of Africans don't understand that. For you to even believe in God, you have to believe in yourself.
I do.
Like sometimes we, spend so much time. Like you were telling me about going to church 3 times a week. I feel like if you, I'm not quoting you now. I'm not saying you, but I feel like if you invest that time in yourself, maybe you'll be successful. Maybe you'll be able to avoid what you want, and you won't be average. Going to church, Father, give me this. Like a lot of women go to church, Father, give me man.
Yeah, but
Maybe if you're open-
Toby, sorry to cut you short. But what is prayer without action?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, exactly. People need to put action into their prayer. You can't say, God, I want to win the lottery, and you've never bought a lottery
But
ticket.
are you saying action without prayer won't work?
You have to put action.
Okay, can I ask this then? Because I want to pinch on what Toby said, that you can be successful without praying, because our beliefs are meant to make us better people, are meant to make us stronger, and all of that. So, but is that to say that if you don't believe in something, you're not necessarily a bad person? You can be a good person without believing.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
So how does religion then come into play with being a good person? how does your belief help you be a good person if you can be a good person without believing?
Well, I think it's the mindset. Yeah, because I'm a Christian. I go to church. But I think it's just the mindset. Basically, I have no further answer to that. I just feel it's the mindset. People go to church and they're still bad people.
Exactly.
It's just the mindset.
Yeah.
I don't want to tread on this path. I want to be a better person. That's what I'm saying. A personal decision. Some people go to church and they commit murder that day, that Sunday, for
And they come
example.
back to God.
They beat people, they do violent acts. But I go to church and I come back home and I say, okay, I want to make this decision. I don't want to do this anymore. It's my mindset. It's personal, just for me only.
So, Vicky, I have a question. Sorry, Loretta. I have a question.
on,
So,
sure.
do you believe in being good?
I believe in being
In
good.
treating others with respect?
Yeah, treat others as you want to be treated.
Yeah, then you believe in something.
Like I said, I believe in myself.
Yeah, then you believe in something. You believe in yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, we're talking about in a religious aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with belief. Like, I was raised with both religion. Like, and I'd say one of the funniest things I always find out is a lot of Christians don't know about Islam. What they know is based on what's outside. It's like you're telling me a house is beautiful from outside, but you've never even been inside. And you have loads of Muslims who
And
have
vice
no
versa,
clue.
yeah.
Do you get me? They have nothing. And when you hear them speak about it, I'm like, it's so sad that you don't even have understanding. But yet you speak of it as if you understand.
So then there's a question: what do we truly know about religion then?
I don't know anything about Islam, so I can't.
Okay, yeah, but would you marry a Muslim?
No,
Why?
because we both don't share the same faith.
You don't share the same faith. How
Yeah.
do you know that?
Because we don't.
How do you know that?
Because we just don't.
How can you say you
Just
don't?
from personal,
You don't even
from
know.
personal experiences.
What's the personal experience?
My mom is Christian, my dad is Muslim, and their marriage never worked out.
Okay, but did you ever go to the mosque?
I did as a little kid.
And do you feel like Islam is way different from? Do you feel like
That's the thing. I can't remember.
Okay, so you can't remember, so you don't know.
Well, I know that Muslims worship Allah,
And who's Allah?
God.
You know Jesus is mentioned more in the Quran than Muhammad.
I was told that actually.
Do you know a book in the Quran is dedicated to the mother of Jesus? You don't know that, but you're a Christian.
Yeah, I didn't grow up learning that, so I don't know.
You should, if you want to speak of Islam being different from Christianity.
But you see, we don't have the privilege of being mixed.
It's not,
Yeah.
not like I said, for you to speak of something, you have to learn about it to
I
be
get
able to
you.
give an opinion
Yeah, but
about it.
I'm not speaking for.
But you said you can't marry a Muslim because you don't do the same, you don't have the same beliefs,
Yeah,
but you don't know
but
that.
it's my personal choice.
Go back and forth on this.
Yeah, you see, it's a funny thing. We can go back and forth. Like in Africa, it's a big topic.
Yeah,
a lot of people always go.
definitely.
And for me, I feel like, for example, atheists, people who don't believe in God, they don't believe in God. I feel like a lot of Christians would go against them without even listening to them.
True.
Half of the atheists out there, when something happens to them, say, "Oh my God." That's the first thing they would say when something happens to them. And then you question, okay, what God are you mentioning? Then you realize they were actually Christians who were forced to go to church a lot as kids. And out of, like, a lot of people who went to Catholic churches, now, I'm not saying all Catholic churches, but there was an issue of priests always touching the boys. That made a lot
And
of
it's
people...
not just in the Catholic Church.
Like I said,
It's not
the
just
only
in the
reason
Catholic
I'll
Church.
speak
It's
of
not just
that
in the Catholic
is
Church.
because
It's not just in the Catholic Church.
I get
It's
where you-
not
I get
just
where
in the
you're
Catholic
going. I
Church.
get where you're
never
going,
said- I said,
Toby. I
for
get where you're
example,
going. I get where you're going.
Like, I would never say only. I never said only. I said in.
In.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's an
Okay, so
example.
in the
So
Pentecostal
maybe,
churches,
maybe there's a
in
pastor
the
in Pentecostal churches who
Protestant
is touching
churches.
the
All
female.
right. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back to continue discussing this topic. See you soon. Welcome back to the show. This is Convotime, and we are talking about the belief system. Do you think it's like cross board that most people, because of the way they've been brought up, most people feel like they need to go to church every Sunday anyway?
Well, I can't speak for most people. I'm speaking for myself. Because of the way I was brought up, I feel it's necessary for me to be in church on Sundays. Maybe if I'm really sick, which is even more reason why I should be in church. It's just, for me, I just have to be. It's just personal. For me.
And is that something you're going to
Impacting your kids.
impacting your kids as well? Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
So like if the kid has malaria, you force him to go to church.
I won't force my kid to go to
Okay,
church. I mean, I'm going to make my kids see that going to church is it's not. It's you just have to.
Yeah.
There's no force in it. You just have to. You just have to love it.
In my opinion, I think I was given a choice to choose. I think to choose what religion I want to follow. My family, we've been to Protestant church, we've been to Catholic, we've been to Pentecostal, you name it, all the denominations. And I feel like as a parent in the future, I would give my child the choice to practice whatever faith they wish to.
I don't
Okay.
force them to go to church.
Not like, obviously they will come to a certain age where they decide and where they
make
will
a
tell me
decision.
that mom, you know,
But what age is that roughly? That's when they're out of your house.
an age where I know that a reasonable age, you know.
Before that age, already you would have been taking your child to church with
Yeah.
you every Sunday. And then what comes when I'm just giving like a rough scenario here. A day comes where your child goes, "Mommy, I don't want to go to church today." What are you gonna do?
What's gonna be your first reaction?
What's
They're
gonna be your
like,
first
okay.
reaction? Be honest.
I'll ask the opposite. I ask them why. Why don't you want to go to church? They would have tell me like why.
I don't feel too well.
Well, that's okay. That's reasonable.
I'm not in the mood.
Okay then.
That's a bit deeper, but yeah.
You're not in
See?
the mood.
Yeah, but
But you
But-
said you said you're gonna let your child.
Yeah,
feel-
but they would have to have a reasonable.
I'm not in the mood.
A good. That is not a reason. You're not. In
That's
the
not a
mood.
reason.
That's
You're not in the
a reason.
mood.
It's not
How is
reasonable
that
enough
not
for
a
me.
reason? I'm not in the mood to go to church. Probably I just want to be in bed all day. I'm not in the mood. That's
No,
just
I'm not
Okay,
gonna take
when
that.
I'm going to give you an example now. I'm not comparing. Please don't think I'm comparing, but it's just an example. If you wake up one morning and you just feel, "Ugh, I don't want to go to work," and you've got that mind and you're going, just call your manager and say you're not going to be in because I don't feel like going to work.
I don't feel right.
I don't feel right. Would you call your
Well-
manager and say I don't want to come to work,
No, I
or
would-
you'd go to work?
I would go to work.
Still feeling like you don't want to go to work.
When you know
do you
they're not
not
the
do you
best
not
out
think
of
the
you.
rest of your day would kind of like that would pave the way for the rest
Is
of your
it
day?
a mood or are we sick?
A mood.
We're in a mood. We're in
You're
a
not
mood.
gonna get 100% from
Well,
me.
I'm not usually
Like you
in
know
the
your
mood.
productivity that day is going to be very low.
Yeah, like -10.
Well, just for that day. Well, then I would call them and be like,
So,
So why can't you call
let's
it
put it
sick
down to
that
church
day
now.
in church?
That's different.
yeah,
This
but
is
that's
my
just
kid.
for that day. You're saying
No, no, I said
I
that
thought
day.
you were saying as in the
No,
mood
that
as
day,
in,
like,
as in
Mom,
I'm
someone
not going to
go to
church
today.
like ever.
No,
Like,
no,
I'm
no, no,
not
no.
just
As in
today.
No,
says,
no, no.
Mom, I don't
Okay,
want I don't feel
that's
like
what
I
I
want to go
thought.
to
That's
church
what I
today.
thought. That's what I thought.
So you'll say, okay, you don't want to go to church today.
Today, yeah.
And if it carries on, what happens?
Well, then we need to discuss this.
See?
Yeah, we need
So
to.
you're basically just gonna do what? Like you're just gonna, pass it
No,
on
we
to
need
kids?
to. No, we need
and
to
enforce
discuss. Maybe he could convert to Islam,
No, it's not. Islam is
Can-
not a easy way of not
or
going
he could
like a
convert
way of getting out
to
of going to church.
No, he
on
could convert to
Sunday.
Buddhism. That's fine.
See, here's one thing for me, right? If you were saying maybe he can convert to Islam, your child has been going to church with you from day one. How is he going to know that he's going to convert to Islam?
Yeah.
If he's never heard of
Yeah,
anything
he
Islam.
he could have friends that
Yeah,
are either
from
that are
school.
that are from school or just have an encounter and be like, Mom,
And he's just in love with the religion.
Yeah.
And just
and he's
wanna
like,
go
this is
that
what I
way.
believe in.
Okay.
I don't believe that though.
You don't believe
Okay.
I don't
that?
believe you guys are gonna do that.
I didn't
Toby,
say I didn't.
Toby,
I
I know
didn't say I
Muslim-
was gonna do that.
Well, that was wrong
She
as well.
said.
Yeah,
Okay,
Toby,
alright.
I know Muslim parents who have allowed their children to go to mass and go to Christian churches, and they're fine with that.
Yeah, they're fine with it, but here's what I'm saying.
My cousins, their parents are deep Muslims, and they
Yeah.
go to church.
Yeah, your cousins go to church. How old are your cousins?
They're like 20, 24.
So they're old enough to be out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, so you know that saying, once you're out of my house, you can do whatever you want.
You're no longer relying on their
Yeah.
parents.
See, they're no longer relying on their parents. Like I'm talking about, you're still in the house. And okay, I want to use myself for an
Yeah,
example.
but they are still
I-
in the house. They still live with their parents.
Oh, okay, I'll use myself as an
Like they
example.
come back home once in a while.
No, they go to church from home, and their parents go to the mosque. They take their little brother with them.
Okay. Here's a good example. I decided to go with Islam at a point in my life when I felt like I really needed direction, and that's where I'll go back to what you said earlier on.
Okay.
So all my life, I've gone to mosque, I've gone to church. It
Both.
was a thing of both. It was easy for me. I mean, there were days when I'd probably be with my dad and leave on Saturday. I get to Lagos with my mom. and I'm going to church on Sunday.
Okay.
So, but to me, I felt as I grew older, I started to understand better what the whole ideology of religion is, and I feel like a lot of people lack that.
Okay.
Like they don't understand that religion is not just a thing where, oh yeah, I go to church, I do this. There's a lot that comes behind religion. As a Christian, there's certain things that you have to do that when I see you, I say, I see the light of Christ in you.
Yeah.
And it
Certain
goes down. Let me
characters.
let me finish. It goes down to as little as someone needing something, and you know that if you give it to them, you're gonna lack. But you do it because you know that what would there's a WWJD, what would Jesus do?
Just do, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's when the person sees Jesus in you. As a Muslim, I believe a lot of people don't even know this. During Ramadan, the reason why we fast is because I want to share my food with you as a Christian. I'm meant to feed Christians, but Christians don't know that. Do you understand what I'm saying? A lot of Christians also don't understand that even giving your tithe doesn't necessarily mean you have to give it to the house of God. Giving
It
your
could
tithe
be, yeah,
means
it could
you
be
need to
You
give
can
to
give it to
someone
a
someone else.
stranger. It
without
could be
even
someone that
thinking
needs
what they're
help.
going to
Yeah.
do for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'd look at like my parents. I feel like my mother was a Christian because her dad forced her to go to church all through her life. Like now my mom goes to a white church. Her attitude has changed. Now she's more open minded to other things that I'm sure that if I told her, like you said, was it you? Someone said, oh yeah, you didn't want to go to another denomination.
Yeah.
But how come you're all Christians? That makes no sense. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I feel like. Religion is a thing where a lot of people really need to understand the whole ideology of this is why I'm a Christian. And not because, well, my mom took me to church, then I decided to fall in love with Jesus and I love Jesus.
When you put it
my
that way.
opinion. Yeah. Like, I know I always come across as a guy who attacks Christians. And I'd say maybe a little bit is because, yeah, I kind of feel like a lot of Christians are just moving with the train and not really, stepping out to really see how things are and go, okay, this is what I want to do. I think that's the only reason why I do that. But generally, I feel like us young adults, I feel like there's going to be a lot of more young adults actually exploring things. And I think I have a friend who's probably going to be a Buddhist, and her dad used to be a pastor. Yeah, and I'm fine with that as long as she's happy. So it's all about respect. So I feel young people were probably gonna, explore more. Christianity might drop a bit, Islam might drop a bit. Couple atheists than that. Yeah.
It still all boils down to personal decision.
It's everyone's, yeah.
My dad's a pastor. I decided to be a Muslim. It's my personal decision.
Exactly.
I go out on the street and I see, okay, I see a Christian and a Muslim, and I see a beggar. And a Muslim gives the beggar money, and the Christian just maybe spits on the beggar. And then I change. That alone can change my whole mentality of Christianity. And I say, oh, if a Muslim can do this, then I want to be a Muslim. It's a personal decision. So whether you decide to be a Christian, a Muslim, or whatever tribe you want to, whatever religion you want to follow, it's still a personal thing.
Do the emphasis need to be put on your religion or your actual character?
Character.
Yeah, I go with character.
I would say, putting your faith into action. So that is helping someone that needs help. Maybe it's a friend. Being, as what would Jesus do? Helping others. You don't have to necessarily go to church and give tithes. It could be someone that you know down the street that really needs your
needs
help
it.
and helping them, because that's what Jesus would do.
So it's character. Because being a Christian, sometimes they tend to exhibit characters that you have to question their Christian, their
Yeah.
religion. So it's character. It's changing the world. It's your character. If I see someone do something bad and I know this person in church, I can't believe you do such a thing. I'll change my mindset about probably that church. So it's your character should be able to exhibit your religion. Okay, I love that. That's a Christian. That's a Muslim. It's just your character, basically.
My advice to young people would be to ask questions. Like, if when you come to an age and ask questions, ask why. Like, when I was growing up, I would ask why is this, and I took it upon myself to find out more. Like, why this? Why do we do this a certain way? So young people should ask why.
To spread love. That's what people need to do.
Yeah.
And look
Yeah.
at what happened recently over Christmas. Whiskey and Davido, they squashed the beef. They said spread love. I know a couple
Spread
pastors
love.
who be beefing who won't do that. I know a couple of mams who be
Yeah,
big
which
on
which
what
is
they do,
sad.
right?
It's,
Yeah.
And
it's
they
sad.
always, point the finger
They're
at the
not
entertainment
practicing
industry.
their faith.
They'll point fingers at the entertainment industry. But entertainment industry, people are showing love. Everyone's loving each other.
You know what?
Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna round up, and as Toby has just said, no matter what you are, whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist, even an atheist,
Show love.
just spread the love. If you have anything to say or any comments to add to what we've discussed today, okay, I want to give Toby a high
You're not
five.
correct. I think you applaud. Give me applause.
Oh, okay.
Chop granuts and show love.
You just said we should
That's
show
good
love.
enough.
You just said we should show
I'll
love.
show you love.
Show the love. If you have any comments and anything on what we've discussed today, please do write to us. Twitter, Instagram, on Facebook. Spread the love, guys. See you soon.